Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel General Hospital Official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Is Sonny Corinthos in his final days due to his health crisis? General Hospital updates reflect that Sonny Corinthos' health has been a recurring issue in recent episodes. Fans have been concerned about what this could imply for the character for quite some time, and some believe recent occurrences may herald the end for the long-running figure. General Hospital spoilers: Sonny Corinthos debuted in 1993. Bernard's debut appearance as Sonny Corinthos on General Hospital marked the start of a wonderful adventure. His intense connection to the role is so strong that his son, Joshua Bernard, played a younger version of Sonny, making it one of the few times when Maurice wasn't in the spotlight. The crime kingpin has been a crucial protagonist in the soap opera over the years, but some fans are concerned that his storyline is coming to an end. As reported by Coming Soon, Sonny recently experienced a startling breakdown on General Hospital, raising the stakes for his character. This incident, combined with the strong strains of previous narrative twists, has supporters concerned about his fate. Spoilers: Sonny Corinthos hasn't been taking his heart troubles seriously. Sonny has been hesitant to get treatment for his chest issues, a move that might have major ramifications for him if he waits too long. Recently, his adoptive son, Michael Corinthos, was burned alive in a fire that started in Sonny's own apartment. This tragedy has heightened tensions within the family, particularly between Carly Spencer and Willow Corinthos, as they manage Michael's recovery plan. After recovering from a medically induced coma, Michael recalls Sasha Corbin, which could reveal long-buried mysteries. General Hospital spoilers: Sonny's collapses have happened while he's been alone. Sonny's most recent episode, which featured a sudden collapse from chest pain, took place away from the public eye, leaving his future uncertain. Although Sonny has faced comparable challenges in both his professional and personal lives, this moment could be a turning point. Maurice Bernard has yet to make any statements regarding his exit from the serial show. Meanwhile, comments from the showrunners suggest that Sonny is anticipated to survive, at least for the time being. As previously stated, co-head writers Elizabeth Cortett and Chris Van Etten provided hints. According to TV Insider, Sonny is confronted with an existential dilemma that prompts him to reassess both his personal and professional paths. Spoilers: Sonny Corinthos could be killed off another way. There are several additional ways in which the character could die. Given the current trend of characters being killed off the soap, Sonny's rivals may use his health concerns as an excuse to destroy him. This circumstance undoubtedly adds a level of unpredictability. Although Sonny's health issues may not be life-threatening right away, they could worsen with time. Ultimately, the character's fate on the soap will unravel as time passes. General Hospital spoilers: does Dex's ghost reveal Cyrus' warning to Jocelyn? According to General Hospital spoilers, Jocelyn Jack's current Cyrus Renault quest may be a risky endeavor. Lucas Jones told Jocelyn not to become involved, but she can't simply sit back and do nothing. Jocelyn is determined to make Cyrus suffer for cutting Dex Heller's life short. Jocelyn believes she owes Dex justice, so she'll keep looking for answers and gathering the Cyrus evidence she needs. However, Cyrus is a slippery character, so getting him back behind bars would be difficult. Even with Lucky Spencer and Elizabeth Baldwin hot on Cyrus' trail, there's no assurance they'll receive solid evidence. Jocelyn appears to be ready to help during the week of January 27th to 31st, having recently registered as a Turning Woods volunteer. That could put Jocelyn in a position to inform Liz and Lucky about the patients Cyrus visited. This information could assist create a pattern if several of those patients died from cardiac arrest. It could bring Jocelyn, Lucky, and Elizabeth one step closer to punishing Cyrus for Dex and Sam McCall's deaths. Of course, all of this snooping and evidence collecting may not suffice for Jocelyn. According to spoilers, Jocelyn will face a defining moment and make a significant life decision at some point. Jocelyn's tale could go to her descending to Cyrus' level and preparing to use Dex's weapon on him. When it appears that Jocelyn is going to track down Cyrus and shoot him, she may receive a bittersweet visit. Will Dex appear as a ghost and attempt to prevent Jocelyn from making a terrible mistake? It would be an excellent way to see Evan Hofer play Dex one final time, especially if it could stop Jocelyn and provide closure. Dex appeared in spirit form shortly after his death, smiling at Jocelyn in his dress uniform. Jocelyn may speak to Dex the next time she sees him, revealing that he returned to deliver a message. Dex could easily caution Jocelyn against taking matters into her own hands and risking prison for Cyrus. Just when it appears that Jocelyn is about to kill Cyrus, Dex may emerge as a spirit and persuade her otherwise. Would you like to see Dex's ghost appear and warn Jocelyn against her vindictive plans? Could Dex communicate with Jocelyn from beyond the grave and prevent her from doing anything she might regret? According to General Hospital spoilers, Jocelyn will make some risky decisions, so we'll keep you updated on her revenge scheme and any changes she may make to her plans. Laura's warning, Christina's intuition, Drew's mission, and Jason's emotional state. Laura Collins issues a warning to Lulu Spencer. Christina Corinthos Davis does not appear to accept Sonny Corinthos' cover story. Jason Morgan gets really emotional. Plus, Drew Kane Quartermain continues to behave like he is God. Laura and Lulu having a conversation. Fans recently witnessed Laura's surprise visit from Jen Sidwell. That's when Anna Devane informed Laura that Sidwell had attempted to assassinate her as well as the mayor's son. Laura basically told Sidwell that she wanted him to leave town, but he refused. So Laura warns Lulu that he might be in jeopardy. Laura might instruct Lulu to keep an eye on Lucky Spencer. Will Laura also inform Lulu about Sidwell? While she wants her children to be secure, she is also aware that Lulu has a fiery personality. GH spoilers, Christina Corinthos' intuition Sonny is taking a short trip. Fans are already aware that Sonny has a heart problem, but he is trying to keep it quiet for the time being. Sonny will not want to concern his family until he knows exactly what he is dealing with. When Sonny provides Christina a cover story for his trip, she questions the timing. Drew Kane Quartermain's Insanity General Hospital spoilers indicate that Drew and Martin Gray have a conversation. Drew has been attempting to achieve his goals by leveraging his authority, reputation, and wealth. Drew is currently in love with Willow and dislikes being prohibited. Drew is preparing another move, but it could be disastrous. I wonder whether Drew's adoption of the Quartermain name doomed him in some way. General Hospital spoilers, in today's episode, Jason is expected to become emotional with Anna. In the preview footage, Anna's eyes tear up as Jason becomes upset. Jason thinks he needs to do something more right now. Additionally, Lucky and Elizabeth Liz Baldwin are on a journey. Will Lucky and Liz discover the evidence they need to bring Cyrus Renaud down for good? GH spoilers, will Liz face heartbreak with Lucky or a reunion with Rick? According to General Hospital spoilers, Elizabeth Baldwin and Lucky Spencer have been seducing both old and new fans with their hot chemistry in recent weeks. Lucky's decision to stay in Port Charles rather than flee to the hills meant a lot to them and Elizabeth. Having someone on her side as she tries to keep her position at General Hospital matters even more. But with obstacles that will undoubtedly derail her efforts and leave her wondering who is out to harm her, Lucky will face fierce competition for Elizabeth's attention as Rick Lansing aspires to be her knight in shining armor at the same time. Which of Elizabeth's ex-partners will return to her bed first, and if it's Rick, will Lucky be forced to leave town sooner than expected? General Hospital spoilers, Rick Lansing makes a competent case. Will give Rick credit for being a competent attorney. He can make some reasonable arguments at times, and some of them just happen to be against Lucky. Rick can't bear the fact that Elizabeth has such a meaningful history with Lucky. He never could. But now that he views this as an opportunity to reintroduce himself into Elizabeth's life in some way, he dislikes the fierce competition. Will Elizabeth fall for his reformed act as he continues to point out Lucky's weaknesses and attempts to demonstrate the gains he's made in his own character in the years since our previous meeting? GH spoilers hint Lucky Spencer's behavior speaks for itself. In contrast to Rick's calm and reasoned objections, Elizabeth feels differently when she is with Lucky. There's a reason Terry Randolph hinted at a reunion with Elizabeth and Lucky as soon as he announced his return to town. That's because these two possess something that most people only dream of having. It defies logic, especially when coming from a jilted ex-husband attorney. Lucky has been there for Elizabeth every day lately. She can sense he is concerned about her, but it doesn't imply he will stay. He has already loved and left her, and she is not ready to forget. General Hospital spoilers, new year, new husband? This year, people are looking for love for Elizabeth, despite her insistence that she isn't. We believed Elizabeth had found her happy ending with Franco Baldwin. It was a huge shock for all of us when he was abruptly slain. It didn't seem like she'd be able to move on, but Hamilton Finn made it happen, only for her to lose him as well, albeit under very different circumstances. She's single and fancy-free now, but she's falling back in love with Lucky. Will Rick be able to compete with such enduring love? Will we eventually see a Lucky and Liz relaunch in 2025? General Hospital Preview: Alexis finally learns the truth about Sam's death. Perhaps the most significant change in the new teaser, which you can watch in its entirety below, is Alexis finally learning what we've known for weeks. Alexis and Molly are summoned to a meeting with Portia, where the co-chief of staff informs them that there is more to Sam's death than anyone knows. Alexis is shocked and can only reel as Portia's words sink in. "Did someone murder my daughter?" the still grieving mother adds, the words evidently still bouncing around in her head as she struggles to digest not just this shocking piece of information, but also the ramifications. Obviously, her first query will be, who? And when Portia is unable to provide a name, we anticipate Alexis, a whirling dervish of a woman in the best of circumstances, will become motivated to discover the guilty culprit. Will Cyrus finally be revealed, or is there another surprise in store? Elsewhere, Chase receives the results of the medical tests, which will determine whether he can fulfill Brooke Lynn's desire of fathering a child with her. But when he hands the tests to Willow, the look on her face can best be described as concerned. We, too, are concerned, but for a completely different reason. Willow and Chase appear to be spending a little too much time together lately, especially with her husband off in another country recovering from the burns he sustained in the fire. Let us not forget that Chase and Willow were once married. Chase was deeply in love with his then-wife, even if she was largely there out of compassion. Making things much more confusing, Sasha is carrying Michael's baby. Elsewhere, Laura has a long-overdue chat with daughter Lulu about whether she is still in love with Dante. Anyone who has seen the two of them together knows the answer, but we'll see what Lulu says. General Hospital spoilers: Charlotte contacts Jake for Valentine's Day, revealing Valentine's location? General Hospital spoilers claim that Charlotte Cassadine chooses to continue on the run with Valentine Cassadine rather than return to Port Charles, but Lulu Spencer is still desperate for a permanent reunion with her daughter. Jack Brennan is convinced that teenage Charlotte will be unable to keep off her phone. Brennan is banking on Charlotte to make another misstep, revealing Valentine's location. Charlotte might be thinking about Jake Weber as Valentine's Day approaches. Charlotte loves Valentine and wants to be by his side, yet she must be lonely without any true friends or boyfriends to interact with. Jake is currently studying art in Barcelona, but he was once romantically interested in Charlotte. Perhaps Charlotte will miss Jake and reach out to him on Valentine's Day. Could this possibly lead to the WSB identifying Valentine's new location? Brennan believes Charlotte's phone usage is the key to reuniting with Valentine, therefore he may be able to glean some fresh information if she makes an error. Of course, Jake could betray Charlotte if she gives him signals about where she is now staying. Jake might inform Elizabeth Baldwin, who would undoubtedly feel bound to provide information to Lulu and Laura Collins. Whatever the case, teens will be teenagers even if they are fleeing with fugitives and are aware of the dangers. If Charlotte isn't careful, she could cause another major crisis for Valentine, so bad news is on the way. Jake and Charlotte never had a real young love story, but it would be interesting if their persistent attraction to each other led to issues. It would be a terrific Valentine's Day twist, so we'll see what happens in the future. According to General Hospital spoilers, Charlotte cannot continue to flee with Valentine indefinitely, so stay tuned for more predictions on the events that will bring her back to PC when the time is perfect. General Hospital spoilers: Ava is broke, who will be her next knight in shining armor? According to General Hospital spoilers, Ava Jerome has very little money left. She might be able to sell the second building she recently purchased in the hopes of expanding her gallery, but it won't be enough to support her lifestyle and the continuing custody fight with Sonny Corinthos. As usual, rumors suggest that someone else will appear and remove much of Ava's financial burden. At first, we suspected Rick Lansing. He may be an accomplished lawyer, but he cannot compete with the Cassadine riches. Furthermore, as soon as he saw Ava sell that piece of art to Jen Sidwell, he took the check from her hands, assuring that he would receive pay for his legal fees in some form or another. In other words, it doesn't appear that Rick will save Ava from herself. But Sidwell, that is another story. General Hospital spoilers, flattery is the game. Sidwell appears to know exactly what to say to virtually charm the pants off Ava. Of course, that's not too tough when she's the kind to be wooed by a wealthy mystery man rather than compliments. Her concentration is on finding the next person, man, who can help her get out of debt and return to her flesh and luxurious lifestyle. Is the man Sidwell? GH spoilers hint, Sidwell has a type. Fortunately for Ava, Sidwell has a type when it comes to women. He appreciates the company of a woman who wants to be bought. That is, Sidwell prefers women who enjoy being indulged. Sidwell also likes women who don't mind being lied to. Ava should fall into that group beautifully. He's probably already aware that Ava, the most recent resident of his new home at Windmere, is the type of lady for him. Sidwell didn't hesitate to welcome Ava to the complex on Spoon Island, and if you weren't paying attention, she ate it up. Could these two be like a pea pod? General Hospital spoilers, is this the entry point? As far as we're concerned, it's very plausible that Sidwell is in town to start a fight with Sonny. If that's the case, Ava is sure to make things simpler for him. She would give everything to see Sonny chopped off at the knees right now, when she is desperately attempting to reclaim custody of their daughter, Avery Corinthos. Will Sidwell's move to Port Charles challenge Sonny's dominance? Backstage at General Hospital with Gary James Fuller. Gary James Fuller, who began as James West on General Hospital in April 2023, has been stealing scenes and hearts ever since. The 9-year-old has had a great time playing Maxie and Nathan's son on the serial, as evidenced by the numerous images and video footage uploaded on Instagram by his happy mother Rebecca. Like in the video below, Mom filmed Gary making a wonderful silly walk through the hallways of the GH studio, which the tyke refers to as my favorite place to be. From performing his own stunts for James' fall into the river and nearly drowning to backstage fun and games, Fuller's mother has provided fans with a pleasant and cute look behind the scenes at the soap. "I love working with my TV family," he exclaimed, especially when it comes to assisting John J. York, Mac, and Christina Wagner, Felicia, in searching through trash for clues. General Hospital spoilers weekly preview January 27th to 31st, Alexis finally knows the truth about Sam's death. This week on GH, Chase and Brooke Lynn's findings are in. Laura shares a crucial remark with Lulu. And Alexis eventually learns the truth about Sam's death. The General Hospital spoilers weekly video ad for the week of January 27th, 2025, has here. Discover what explosive circumstances will occur this week in Port Charles. The results are in this week on GH. Chase is with Willow when he receives the results of his and Brooke Lynn's testing. Is there anything he and Brooke Lynn should be worried about? Will they be unable to conceive? And why is Willow staring at her phone when Chase asks, "What's wrong?" Laura asks Lulu, "You're still in love with Dante, aren't you?" First of all, obvious. Of course, she is still in love with Dante. Her life halted 4 years ago. Now that she's awake, she'll undoubtedly experience the same emotions she did before entering the coma. Second, what prompted this unexpected observation? More importantly, how will Lulu react? A few people had known for several weeks that Sam and Dex had been murdered. However, several people should have known about Sam but had not yet. Fortunately, this is finally corrected when Portia tells Alexis what happened to Sam wasn't a mistake. It was intentional. Portia must explain the entire digitalis component of this homicidal equation. Because Alexis immediately deduces what this all means, causing her to wonder, who murdered my daughter? We also see a fleeting picture of Molly, so she must have heard the news as well. Will Christina find out? This news will reopen the wounds of bereavement. Sam's friends and family will be devastated this week. The streets of Port Charles frequently appeared tranquil at first look, but those who lived there knew otherwise. Under the gorgeous town's surface, there is a world of secrets, power conflicts, and perilous alliances. At the center of it all was Sonny Corinthos, a man with decades of influence and a name synonymous with power. But dominance frequently came at a cost, and Sonny was no stranger to adversaries. This time, however, the stakes were higher than ever, with more personal ramifications. A devastating attack. It began with an explosion, a loud noise that broke the silence of the night. The source was Sonny's penthouse, which was intended to be a secure fortress and sanctuary for his family. Instead, it became the focal point of a planned act of violence. Inside, Sonny's son, Michael Corinthos, had spent the evening unaware of the impending threat. The explosion was sudden and ruthless, enveloping the place in flames. Michael took the brunt of the onslaught, sustaining severe burns and injuries that made his future uncertain. The formerly lively and determined guy was now struggling for his life, his condition a stark reminder of the dangers of being linked to Sonny's world. As word went around Port Charles, shockwaves reverberated throughout the community. Sonny was used to risk, but this attack seemed different. It was personalized, accurate, and intended to convey a message. Someone wanted Sonny dead, and they were ready to destroy anybody in their path to get it. The list of enemies. Everyone had the same idea in mind: who would dare to target Sonny Corinthos? His opponents were numerous, the result of his years in the mob and his unwavering desire of power. Rival families, betrayed allies, and old grudges were all viable suspects. However, this attack appeared purposeful, as if it had been planned by someone with both the resources and the motivation to strike Sonny where it hurt the most. Despite the danger, those closest to Sonny stayed by his side. Carly, his fierce and faithful confidant, promised to protect their family at any costs. Jason, Sonny's loyal right-hand man, started investigating the incident with his usual painstaking precision. Despite their best attempts, they were unable to remove the sense of vulnerability that hung over them like a dark cloud. Natalia's warning. Natalia Ramirez, a woman whose relationship with Sonny had made her a frequent subject of gossip in Port Charles, was one of those caught up in Sonny's turbulent life. Natalia worked at Deception, a cosmetics firm, and had mostly kept her life free of the mystery that surrounded Sonny. Her proximity to him, however, made her a prospective target, and this fact was not overlooked. Maxie Jones, Natalia's colleague and friend, approached her one afternoon at Deception's offices. Her tone was serious, and her usual fun approach had been replaced with genuine worry. "Natalia, you should be careful," Maxie said. "Being close to Sonny is not only complicated, but also dangerous. People near him, they get hurt." Natalia initially dismissed the warning as crazy. But Maxie's comments stuck in her head, and she couldn't dismiss the uneasiness they caused. The explosion in Sonny's penthouse heightened her anxieties. If Michael, Sonny's own kid, was not secure, what hope did she have? The threat intensifies. As the days passed, tensions in Port Charles rose. Sonny, tortured by remorse over Michael's injuries, grew increasingly eager to find out the truth. His underworld sources revealed rumors of a new player in town with plans to demolish Sonny's empire. However, the identity of the enigmatic figure remained unknown. Natalia realized she couldn't ignore the threat. She began to notice strange faces lurking outside her apartment, shadowy shadows who vanished as soon as she approached. Late-night phone calls with no one on the other end, weird automobiles parked near Deception, each episode heightened her sense of unease. Natalia, desperate for answers, confronted Sonny at his estate one evening. "You need to tell me what's going on," she shouted, her voice wavering from dread and frustration. "Am I in danger because of you?" Sonny's visage softened, revealing a rare softness beneath his normal stoicism. "Natalia, I didn't want this for you. But, indeed, being near to me, it puts you at risk." A second strike. The next strike struck without notice. This time, there was no explosion, only a drive-by gunshot outside Deception's offices. Natalia was shot while she was leaving the office late one evening. Fortunately, she survived with just minor injuries, but the tragedy left her deeply traumatized. The message was clear: no one associated with Sonny was safe. The attack on Natalia was a watershed moment not only for her, but also for everyone in Sonny's inner circle. The violence was becoming worse, and it was only a matter of time before someone paid the ultimate price. Sonny's struggle. Sonny found the weight of responsibility intolerable. Michael's condition remained severe, and Natalia's near-death experience exacerbated his guilt. he constructed his empire to protect his family, but it now appears that the empire is ripping them apart. Carly, ever the voice of reason, encouraged Sonny to seek another path. "You can't keep doing this," she replied, her tone stern yet appealing. "You're going to lose everyone you care about." However, for Sonny, walking away was not an option. The mob was an integral element of his identity. To leave would be to accept defeat and allow his adversaries to win. So he decided to fight back with everything he had. The search for answers. Jason's investigation led him to an unexpected discovery. The attacks were being carried out by a rival family with connections to an international syndicate. Their goal was not only to kill Sonny, but to completely take over Port Charles. The discovery increased the stakes, transforming what had previously been a personal grudge into a full-fledged war. Despite her terror, Natalia refused to stand by. She started working with Jason and used her connections at deception to acquire information. Her daring garnered her respect, but it also put her in further danger. The climax. The ultimate clash took the shape of a high-stakes battle in a warehouse on the outskirts of Port Charles. Sonny, Jason, and their friends went out against the other family in a war for the town's future. In the midst of the mayhem, Natalia once again found herself in the firing line. This time, though, she was prepared. With courage and quick thinking, she was able to save Jason's life, demonstrating that she was more than simply a bystander in Sonny's world. The aftermath. When the dust settled, the rival family had been beaten, and peace was briefly restored in Port Charles. Michael began his sluggish recuperation, while Natalia emerged stronger and more determined than before. But the scars from the incident lingered, a reminder of the cost of living in Sonny's shadow. Sonny's encounter was a wake-up call. He began to reconsider his options, wondering if there was any way to safeguard his family without placing them in continual danger. It was unclear if he would find that way, but one thing was certain: the narrative of Sonny Corinthos and those who dared to stand by him would not end there. Tabiana Ali, a General Hospital star, celebrates her birthday with daytime friends. There is nothing better than spending your birthday with your pals. Tabiana Ali turns 23 this week, and she celebrated with some of her daytime pals over the weekend. The General Hospital star joked that she is in the "I'll have a glass of wine" phase. She was dressed to the nines in a pink gown, surrounded by friends and family. Stepping into the role of Trina Robinson on the hit ABC sitcom allowed her to form bonds with the other cast members. The talented soap actress uploaded several photographs and videos of everyone having a fantastic time. Who attended Tabiana Ali's birthday party? Several of her current and former General Hospital co-stars were in attendance, which should come as no surprise. Evan Hofer, Dex, Jacqueline Grace Lopez, Blaze, Avery Pohl, Esme, and Jens Austin Astrup, Kai, gathered to celebrate Tabiana Ali's 23rd birthday. Annika Noel, star of The Bold and the Beautiful, also celebrated with a pal. She was seen in a couple images with other daytime actors who were present for the big event. Tabiana Ali commemorated her 23rd birthday by sharing a carousel of 20 images and videos. What is Trina doing on General Hospital? Trina has had a difficult year since she lost Spencer, Nicholas Alexander Chavez. They were meant to be, and their relationship drew attention from viewers. Sprina had a devoted following, and they were horrified when General Hospital murdered Spencer. Unfortunately, the performer will not return to the part, therefore the days of Sprina are over. However, Kai arrived in Port Charles just in time to pique Trina's curiosity. He isn't her traditional type, but she is falling for him more and more every day. He surprised her with his understanding of art and the work he put into his endeavor, which she did not expect. General Hospital spoilers said that Trina will be Kai's cheerleader this week, and he'll need it. He recently heard that he may never play football again due to his injuries, which had been his entire life until now. Something tells us that this setback will bring the two together and grow into something more than a friendship. Joss Eden McCoy notices Trina's emotions developing and is delighted for her friend, who has gone through so much. Will Trina and Kai become exclusive? Make sure to tune in to discover out. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.